Jeremiah, go ahead.
Hubert, obviously you guys not only out-rebounded Florida State, but just the offensive rebounds as well when it came to the second chance points. Just how big was that impact as far as the extra possessions you guys got and your ability to capitalize on it?
It was huge for us tonight. It's been huge for us the last 4 games. It's something that we have talked about on a daily basis that, you know, as long as I've been here, even as an assistant with Coach Williams, we always go after the offensive glass. And for pretty much most of the season, that was not a strength of ours. But over the last 5 games, it has been a strength. I mean, we're consistently getting the 3, 4, and 5 to the offensive glass. It has allowed us to be more efficient on the offensive end. We're getting more cracks at it, and not only are we getting offensive rebounds, we're converting them. And when you can do that, that's huge for us offensively.
Hubert, just to follow up on that real quick, if you don't mind. Where in the world has the appetite for it come from, do you think? I mean, you can't flip a switch, but it's almost like you guys have.
I agree with you. It feels that way, you know, and I'm glad the switch came on, because it's something, you know, for us, you know, to be good offensively, we obviously, you know, we have to find more ways that we can score. So you got to get to the free throw line, you got to create steals, or you can get second chance opportunities. And so now we're getting guys to the offensive glass, and it's just giving us life on the offensive end. And it's been consistent. And I'm encouraging it to continue, and it can continue to get better.
And it's been different guys too.
It has been. Tonight was Cade. It could be Jay Witt. It could be Drake, Seth, Vin, Jay Wash. Just everybody. I can point to everybody that made an impactful play or plays that helped us win tonight, and especially over the last 4 games. The one that I highlighted, talked to the team after the game was Cade. You know, I've told the guys that, you know, I can't tell you when, where, how, and the manner in which your number is going to be called, but your job and responsibility is when your number is called to be ready. And there have been times where Cade's number hadn't been called, and he has stayed prepared and ready. And his number's been called over the last 3 games, and tonight he was awesome on both ends of the floor. We don't win the game without Cade, and just really proud of him.
Sticking with the theme of those.
On that note, like, what allowed you to keep faith in Cade? Because it seemed like at times this season he didn't have a lot of faith maybe in himself. He wasn't playing, but you have gone to him the past few games and he's delivered. What allowed you to maintain that belief in him?
Well, my faith in all the players on the team never goes away. I love these kids, and I just do. And I will never lose faith in any player. And I think it really goes to the relationship piece, you know, during the times that Cade's number, or anybody's, you know, like I spend a lot of time with the guys. I mean, they come to my office, we go out to breakfast, lunch, dinner, they come over to the house. It's a relationship, and so that relationship is sustainable through the times where you're not playing and the times that you are, because they know that I care about them and I love them and I want the best for them, and they know that their number is going to be called. And you know, just like Ty's number was called today. It was limited minutes, but his number is called, and he stepped up. And so in order for us to be successful, everybody has to be ready, and we need everybody to be at their best.
Going back to the theme of the first couple of questions, is also part of that the fact that you guys have been able to sustain some runs the last several games. You had maybe 8-2 spurts earlier in the year, but now you're going 12-2, and you had 21-9 today in the first half. That wasn't there before. Is that sort of a byproduct of what you were talking about earlier?
I agree with you. I think the spurts have been bigger, and I think the times where teams come back, they don't come all the way back. You know, we'll be up 12, and if we struggle, then for a 4-minute stretch, then we're up 8 as opposed it's a tie ball game. And I think our level of play on both ends of the floor we're sustaining it better. And I agree with you. It's just we're getting off to good starts and we're staying at good starts pretty much for the entire game.
What it allowed you tonight when they made the runs? So many times this season, the league may have been erased, but you guys beat it back. Are there just intangibles that are showing up now for your team?
Well, I think one of the things is it's just, and I think you guys said it, it's like so many different people throughout the game and from game to game are stepping up. It's not just one person, like Cade was awesome tonight, and Seth hit a couple threes, and he'd been struggling from 3. He gets an and one, makes a defensive stop, blocks, and gets the rebound. I mean, it was just everybody on that sheet did something to help us win. So I think we're just getting help from everybody consistently over the last couple weeks, and it's just made a huge difference in us in terms of being able to win and pull games out.
With that, it seems like you're staying with guys longer too when they're playing well. It's just because a lot of them are playing well. You have options to keep them on the court because they're doing some positive things. So instead of a 4 or 5 minute stint, maybe 7 or 8. Cade had that in the first half, whereas maybe previously it would have been 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, so many players ask, what's my rope, in terms of you leaving me out on the court, and the rope is not determined by me. The rope is determined by the player in your play, and if you're playing well, and if a group is playing well, I'll keep them out there on the floor because I like what we see. I like what I see, and I thought, Cade and other guys out there played strong, played confident, and I was really happy with their performance.
And if I could follow up on that, as a result, sometimes guys are on the bench for a little longer than maybe they had before. Like Seth was on for a long stretch tonight. Then he gets in the game and he produces a lot. That's just something you haven't really had this year on a consistent basis, and you're getting it now.
Well, I mean, they're getting better. That's what a team is you just have different strengths and different parts, different games, and you bring them all together and you use them in this game and use them in this situation, and guys step up here and, just like I said again, we can go through every guy on that stat sheet and I can name plays in which they helped us be successful tonight, and that's the thing that I feel really good about is that everybody in that locker room has a huge smile on their face.
2 more questions to go off of that, and I don't mean to be too redundant with the theme, but do you feel that this is probably the most connected the team has been, I guess, to this
100%.
point of the season?
I do. Well, let me say this. I've said before, like in terms of chemistry, it has been a 10 out of 10 the whole time. What I have seen is a change in some areas. One, offensive rebounding, but I've seen a change in like the voices. It's shoot around, practice, huddles, locker room, like the noise is getting louder. There's more talking. I've noticed that, and that's something that maybe wasn't there consistently at the beginning of the year, but it is right now.
One more.
Hubert, it's only been 2 weeks since that Clemson game, but it seems like there's been a lot of progress since then. I mean, how would you sort of measure how far you've come in the last 2 weeks?
I think we've come a long way. There's a lot more room for improvement. I don't think we're anywhere close to where we can be, and I've told them that. But the response after we lost to Clemson has been really good. After we lost on the Monday, the Saturday Monday game, and we had that week just to practice on us, and it's just really helped us. And going into Syracuse and able to win there on the road and win 2 games at home against great opponents, and then come here. The thing right now that I'm most proud of is this group has stayed the course and they've stayed connected when very easily they could not have. And that's a testament to them. to be able to stay the course and stay connected when things weren't going so well to get us to now where we're playing better.
Thanks, Coach. Again, players will be in the hall.